I'm Grumps, I'm not so Grump, and we're the GameGrumps.
Perfect time to use my fucking super sweet special.
Earth Tremor?
With the Earth Tremor.
Oh, here you go.
Here we go. Time for perfection. I've never made it through all 5 rounds, if there are in fact 5.
Might go on forever.
Yeah, you just keep talking, because I gotta focus.
I'm talking, I'm saying the words. I'm talking, I wanna be heard. Everybody knows that my name is Joe. I gotta talk more than yo.
Yeah!
Whoa, you did it!
I did it! I just have to never speak while I do that. Alright.
Yeah!
Get ready for the perfect timing, bitch!
Here we go!
This requires all my concentration.
Silence for this to work.
Oh god.
He's going as good and as well as he can.
Oh, these fuckers are...
Using
Oh,
his
well,
musical
it's alright.
skill.
That should be enough.
Well, he fucked up. It's fine now.
Oh, I fucked it up. Fucked it up.
Damn!
Peace, bitches!
Google Bros ain't shit!
Here comes the tremor. I need you to talk while I do
Oh
this.
shit.
Once upon a time, in a land called Oz, there was a man named George. George was a funny man, for he had 3 arms and no legs. He walked around like Sonic the Hedgehog runs. It kind of like is like a wheel or something.
Ah, dicks.
Anyway, he died.
Okay, cool. Good story, Aaron.
Thanks.
I only heard the tail end of it, but it sounded really great.
No, it was a good story.
All right.
At least in my opinion.
Check this shit out.
Okay, here
Please
we go.
talk for a second.
Full concentration. Dan is now using the Earth Tremor, one of the most complicated and powerful moves in the game. It takes severe concentration, which he needs, in order to complete this task. Can he do it, or will he fuck up royally? I've seen it happen before.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Thank
it
you,
looks
Aaron.
like he fucked up big time.
It's still pretty good. I can tremor him.
Is that a good move?
Here, yes. Just, I gotta concentrate, so
Okay.
talk for me.
My name is Randy. I work at a CVS. My dream job.
No! Oh, my timing's all off because I haven't played this in forever. Dang it. Oh, that's terrible.
I was trying to tell a story about Randy from CVS.
Hey, let me try this again.
Okay.
Maybe my timing's a little bit better.
Randall
With
once
perfect
worked
timing.
at CVS.
All right, here we go.
His dad was actually a regular employee and got him the job there. This particular CVS is a franchise, so it feels like a family business even though it's a big corporation. But you really have to wonder how...
Damn it!
Oof, that's
That's still pretty
though.
good. Pretty good, baby. You ready to talk? You ready to tell a story?
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Once upon a time, a guy named George Filson, came up to another man named Franklin Roosevelt and said, "Wow, your name is strikingly similar to one of our former presidents." Franklin Roosevelt said, "I am a former president. I'm Dwight Eisenhower."
Yes! Got it! Good story, Aaron.
Thanks.
Story time, Aaron. Sorry, and I appreciate it.
Damon gave me an ice cream cone 3 years ago. I never forgot that day because it had sprinkles, and he called them Jimmy's, which I thought was weird. But to him it wasn't, because he was from New England, and in New England, people sometimes call them Jimmy's. I knew a guy named Jimmy. There we go.
Woo! Got it. Thank you. That was a good story.
Thanks, man.
Really went places.
Yeah, you know, stuff happened in it. Met a guy named Jimmy.
All right, you're gonna have to tell a story, though.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
One day, my dad was walking down the street and he said to a guy who was selling slushies on the road, "I want one slushie, purple please." The guy said, "We don't sell purple slushies, we sell only red and blue." And then my dad said, "Why don't you just combine them to make a purple one?" And he said, "Because the blue one is the taste of diarrhea. So you'd have strawberry diarrhea flavor."
Thank you, Aaron. I'm so sorry to cut you off there. I was really invested in that.
One day, my wife, Sandra, this is a made-up story, told me that she wasn't satisfied with my sexual endeavors.
Wow, this might.
So I told her, well, then maybe you should be invited to them.
Yay!
Oh, boy.
Excellent.
Okay. Larry's older brother, Cindy, was unfortunately named after a girl. He didn't mind, though, because he thought Cindy was a pretty name, and whenever he'd tell people that, they'd say, "Oh, what a pretty name Cindy is." Then one day, he met a Cindy who was a total bitch. The end.
Wow. Aaron, you are helping me crush this shit. Say the story, Aaron.
One day, Minerva went to the hair salon and said to the lady, "Just surprise me." The lady was like, "Oh, you don't want me to do that." And then eventually, she came out bald at the end. Oh, there's one more. And she had one more hair, too.
Okay, I did.
And they missed one, and she got really upset and didn't tip. Saturday is the day when everyone gets together and decides that they are going to all buy ice cream. But a problem arose because as it got more popularized, there ran out of ice cream for the whole world. So now they've spread it out.
That was pretty good, though.
I didn't really get to the conclusion.
I'm sorry.
I mean, there wasn't one, but...
Tell a story. One Mario story.
Jonathan, a kid I went to school with, was an excellent runner, but one day he tripped and broke his ankle. He couldn't run for a long time. When he was in bed, he read all kinds of books about running and was like, these fucking books are boring. Shit, I'd rather just be running. And then he got better and started running.
Oh.
The end. Okay. Several times a month, I will go to CVS and I will drop off my prescription. When I return, they will have 2 prescriptions filled. One for my b-hole and one for my pee-hole. These are both problems that I share, hence pee-hole. And they are...
Dang it.
No, you never know the end of it. My mother sold peas. She was a very successful pea saleswoman. But one day, a pea mart opened up across the store.
Pea mart?
It was a huge chain pea mart, and they outsold my mother's peas 3-1. Oh, we're not doing that anymore. Charlotte is a town, but also a person. Charlotte lived in Charlotte. She loved Charlotte so much, that's the person that she was in love with. So Charlotte loved Charlotte in Charlotte.
Come on, goddammit. You can't fucking make me laugh like that. Tell me a story about Koopa the Hedgehog.
Alright, well, one day, Koopa the Hedgehog was swimming in his tiny little pool, and he was like, I want to go to a bigger pool, you know, I'm going to see what it's like in the big pool. So, he gets out of the smaller pool, turns out...
Fuck!
No, you'll never know. You'll never know the end of this story. He died.
Okay, he died, everyone.
Long story short.
Don't worry, he died.
Yeah.
It's cool, he died.
Yeah. Justice was served.
Justice was served.
We didn't get to the part where he was a bad guy, but...
Yeah, but I assure you he died, and he sucked.
And everyone was happy.
Yeah, it was cool.
You'll never know why.
You'll never know why. Why don't you tell me a little story about it?
Okay. One day, I performed seppuku on myself, and I died as a result. That's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my Twitter at EgoRaptor and the GameGrumps Twitter at GameGrumps.
Wow. Can't believe you died.
Yeah.
So intense.
Hey man, that's how much I like doing GameGrumps.
Why didn't you tell me a story about it?
And there's like
While I
fireworks
press A with
coming out.
perfect timing.
Well, when I was a kid, I watched Fievel and American Tail, and that shit scared the shit out of me. That was one scene that scared the shit out of me, and then the other scene that scared the shit out of me.
No! Oh!
It was the scene at the end of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Once upon a time, George was a good man, but he encountered something in his life that made him a bad man. He made cheese for a living, and one day he decided, I'm going to use the cheese to get better rates on car insurance.
Ooh, I don't really have it today. My game is off.
Alright, once upon a time, there lived a man named Joe. Joe was a thoughtful man. He always bought gifts for his friends. But one day, he decided, I'm not going to buy gifts for my friends because they never buy me gifts back. So, when it was his friend's birthday, he said, and he went the whole day without buying him a gift.
Fuck! Will that be enough? That's not going to be enough.
I didn't get to the joke yet.
Oh, dicks.
When his friend called him the next day and said, you gave me the greatest gift of all, not seeing your face.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Aaron.
Martha had a friend named Jillian. Jillian was a good friend because she always made soup on Wednesdays. But this Wednesday came along and there was no soup. Jillian asked, Martha asked Jillian, what the fuck is up with the soup situation?
I used to be so good at that.
Larry left his house to go shopping. He usually gets milk. Today he was feeling like he should get some water though. He doesn't like all the calories that milk has, and instead he thought he would splurge on a little ice cream to get his dairy intake.
Ah, dingle dangles.
You never let me finish my
is
stories.
it not doing it? Okay, tell a story while I do this.
Sure.
With perfect timing.
Bob gave good massages on Thursdays. Only Thursdays, though. It was a magic curse that was given to him by Voodoo Bob. Voodoo Bob had 3 eyes, 2 in the normal spot, and 1 was like on his back, I guess. And he liked sandwiches. The end.
Wow, what a
great
tale!
story.
What an amazing tale!
It went places and it came back. It was full circle.
Okay,
Some
cool.
Scorsese shit right there.
Get ready to speak, Aaron.
Oh. Natural disasters cause mayhem throughout the world, but we can't control it. Or can we? The government has power over the weather, so they can create any natural disaster they want in the world. Inflating or deflating economies as they see fit. Just like that Russian guy who made $1 billion because he bet on some glitch in the currency exchange.
What?
What's going on?
I don't know, man.
Oh, you wanted me to tell a story?
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, I thought I was just talking for a second.
Let me try Earth Tremor. Oh, you're gonna need to tell a little story though.
Oh, okay. Muppet Babies was my favorite show growing up, but my mom told me that it was too inappropriate for children. I said, why is that? And she said, because Kermit the Frog was convicted of several murder felonies in this tri-state Chicago area. And I was like, tri-state Chicago area isn't a thing.
All right, great. Good job, Aaron.
And then I gave my mom a kiss goodnight.
Give me a story, Aaron. Give me a little story.
My friend Dan is a great guy. One day he bought me an ice cream cone even when he didn't have to, and I said, thank you, man. And then I bit into it and found out it was pistachio, and I fucking hate pistachio. I didn't have the heart to tell him, though, because he looked so happy with that smile on his face. He kept patting my knee and staring me in the face with this creepy grin. And I ate the ice cream and I barfed.
Great. We killed one of the cannons.
People thought I was sick for days, because I was. Pistachio disgusted me that much. My stomach was churning and twisting.
Okay, tell a story,
Can you
Krill.
get the earth moving? Yesterday, my dad called me and said, you're doing great, son. And I said, thanks, at what? And he said, being my son. And that was really nice. And I felt really good. And that's the end of the story. Yes!
Yeah, I did it. Will this kill those nasty cannons?
That didn't actually happen, by the way.
Oh, well. Boy,
Not that it wouldn't, it just didn't.
this did not kill them.
Maybe if my dad watches this, he'll be like, oh, I should do that. And then he'll make spaghetti and forget.
I can do it.
Okay, Dalton was flying through the air at the speed of light when suddenly he ran into an airplane and it split him in 2. Just fucking right down the center, guts and
Got it.
everything.
Good fucking story, Aaron.
Thanks.
Let's try to Earth Tremor. Your fucking ass.
Oh no! The earth is trembling underneath my paws. One day I was walking down to Dragon Street and going to the Dragon store.
Dragon Street.
Dragon Pete was saying to me, you should invest your money in dragon stocks, and I said,
Fuck.
Oh. You'll never know the end of that story.
Here comes the tremor.
There you go.
Hit me with that.
Oh, shit.
Hit me with that story, bro.
Dylan was skateboarding on a half pipe, and his friend George Stanton said, hey man, isn't that half pipe too high for you? Your leg is broken and you shouldn't be skating to begin with. And Dylan said, my leg ain't broken, your face is broken.
Yeah, I did it. I did it.
It was funny though.
It was funny though.
Yeah, well, I told it and it wasn't funny, but when Dylan tells
you
it,
had
it's
to
like
be there.
way
You
funny.
had to be there.
Dylan gets it. Dylan, like, I swear, he could be a comedian.
I'm gonna do my Earth Tremors. Why don't you tell a goosebumpy story?
Okay. The scourge of the Scandinavian scat. One day, Marcus found some scat on the floor, and he lives in Scandinavia. He was cursed! The fucking end.
No, I need to.
P.S. The scat tasted
Fuck.
like chocolate
garbage.
That's not a good
It's
story.
like garbage covered in chocolate.
Here, I gotta do. I'll try my Earth Tremor. But Aaron's not here to tell a story. This is unfortunate. So I'll just do 1, 2, and 1. And this is how I do it. I say the numbers in my head. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck! I fucked it up. I fucked it up, everybody. I fucked it up. Hopefully that kills his little friendy friends, though. I'm gonna need you to tell a little story, baby.
Okay, once upon a time, George Billy McPherson said to his sister Georgine Billy
Aaron, I need you to
McPherson
focus.
that their dad was in a coma, and Georgine said, "Oh no, not Giorgio."
I did
McPherson."
it! Okay, great job, Aaron. Just really fucking stellar.
Yeah, dude, thank you.
Let's stick with the Earth Tremor. then.
Good call on that one.
Okay, more story time from Aaron Hansen, master storyteller. Spin me a yarn!
Franklin Roosevelt rode on his horse, said, "Hey, buddy, my voice is hoarse." Then he went down to the pub with his friend Horace, and he saw all of the whores. Just trying to...
Wow,
Say
really,
horse-
really stellar.
horse-
Really stellar. It's okay, I did it. I fucking did it. Jeez, Aaron.
Like concubines, like
I can Earth Tremor.
Go for it.
I can Earth Tremor this bitch.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Get ready to tell a story.
Saddles are a sound investment
Make it your best.
for you and me. Selling them on eBay is a 4x increase in profit.
This
Forget
is not
about
good.
life insurance. Forget about 401ks. Saddles.
What the fuck are you that was a terrible story!
Invest in saddles today.
I was not able to do my best work. Here, just do some shit while I Earth Tremor.
Oh, okay. This is gotta be the best story. I already promised.
Okay, please.
Okay.
Make it good so I can zone out and do this.
Joe Stenson had a shop in Milwaukee.
Oh my god.
He sold cheese, he sold bread, and he sold the dead.
Fuck! Oh my god, Aaron!
What? That was a really good story. It was going
He
places.
sold cheese, he sold bread, and he sold the dead?
Why are you listening? You're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be paying attention.
I'm sorry, it's just hard. It's just harder. I'm gonna do the tremor.
Yeah.
Here comes your best story of all fucking time.
All right. I took my hand out on a date,
Oh my god.
and it went well for the first two things. First, we went to a nice garden because it was in the middle of the day, and then as it was getting dark, I took her to a nice movie. It was Lady Bird, and I haven't seen it yet, so I can't.
Fuck you! Sorry, I'm out of practice with this.